I've been spoiling this car. I've brought it a brand new underbelly panel because the old one had fractured, broken off in a few places and couldn't be saved. The other reason I need it is because I've got to remake the wheel well, which comes down and butts up against it, and also has a little tab which carries a captive thread which this mounts to. So on the near side that's completely gone. On the offside most of that panel is there, although it's a bit crusty at the bottom. I can still sort of see what it should look like, so I'm going to offer that up and then start thinking about how I'm going to make my new wheel wells. I've got it wedged in there. Here we are at the offside, and you can see roughly where it goes. What I'm going to do is probably take some reference measurements of just how far down this panel extends from there, because that's the inner sill and I've got that on the other side. What I don't have is this bit, so I'm just going to measure roughly how high that is. Now on the bottom down here we have the remains of that return flange, so I'll take a measurement of that as well and then start drawing it out on a piece of paper. With the paper I'll be able to offer it up to this side and reverse it, and it won't matter because the cardboard's flexible enough to or the paper's flexible enough to invert. Whether I can't really do that with the metal, so I'll have a play on this side first and then try and make it out of metal afterwards. I'm back on the near side again. I tried using some of this brown paper, but it's just too flimsy to hold a shape. So I'm using cardboard that's about as thick as cereal box packets. And what I'm going to do is offer it up inside the car and then sort of trace on from the bottom of my new panel. I'm going to try and get rid of this bit as well, because although it's reasonably solid, I'd rather do it in one piece if I possibly can. So I'm going to trace a piece of cardboard from there all the way down oversize, get the length I need and mark up sort of features like the flange and the return height at this outboard end. Then I'll trim that out roughly and then put it in the opposite side of the car, the wrong way round, to get the height of the bottom properly, and then I'll bring it back to this side to do a kind of logic check before I go anywhere near a sheet of metal. So that's my rough shape. So that will butt up to my repair panel that I already put in. Curve around like that, cover up that bit down there. Now I'm a bit confused about what exactly goes on there and how that bottom bit finishes. So I'm going to go around the other side and take a look at how that fits. I might have to take this wheel off to get a better view. If I shove that in the wrong way round, now I can trace around that and get the profile for the bottom. So that all looks pretty consistent, so I just need to trim out that corner. This is the view from the front, so that's the bit I chopped out guessing from the other side, and that's how it looks when offered up here. So that's really good because it's the same. That's the tab that I need to fabricate. It holds a captive thread for that underbelly panel, so I'm going to mark that on this, so then I know when I form my return I need to add a bit extra for that. I've marked out the bit I need, plus that's going to be the 90-degree return for the captive thread for the underbelly panel. All the way along it has a little return about 5mm long, so I've got enough material for that. Then I've got a 10mm flange to go on that side. Then this bit will be plug and spot welded and maybe a seam as well, and then the top of it will be seam welded to my original wheel well. So I'm going to chop that up, then I'm going to put the 90-degree in. I'll leave this because I I'll fold that up last. I don't want to prevent this panel from being bendy by putting a return in it. I want that bendy so that I can put this return in, weld the top and that bit, and then I can move this bit still forwards and backwards to meet up with the underbelly panel nicely. That's roughly cut out. I've left a bit on it all the way around just for bodging, or just getting it right. You never get it perfect from a cardboard template anyway, so if you leave it a little bit oversized, just gives you a bit of wriggle room. So I've got it in the folder. I'm just going to fold that up. So roughly, I don't think it needs to be quite 90 degrees, but I'll do it 90 degrees because I can always tap it back out if I need to. So then I'll offer it up into the car and start working out how much of a bend I need to put in that bit. It's just occurred to me that the bit that's left in the car that's rusty that I want to replace, I can chop that out and use it as a template to bend this round it, or at least get it somewhere close. That'll save me having to keep going in and out to the car to check on whether the bend radius is right. So back at the car again. That's where that's going to go in. If I can get my arm out of the way, you can see. This is the bit I'm now going to chop out, because that curve I can take into the workshop and knock it into that, hopefully. And I don't have to keep coming out here. So I'll get the grinder, nip that off down there, as close to that as I can, and then I can lay that over this and get that curve right. Okay, I'm getting there. The more observant among you might have realised that I bent that flange the wrong way round when I was using the folder, so I've just taken it inside and bent it the correct way round. It should point forward so that it's completely hidden when this all gets seam sealed. So that's somewhere close. I think I'm going to leave the final shaping until the top and that left flange are welded in, because what's going to happen is the top edge where it butts up to that is critical. Everywhere else I've left some wiggle room, and that bottom flange I could just bend it over with a pair of pliers and a hammer to do that last bit. So I think what I'm going to do is take this inside now and drill the holes for plug welding, and then leave it at that, because hopefully this weekend I can get that welded in. I know this is somewhere close. It saved me probably 45 minutes of faffing around on prep work. Still not sure what to do here, because really that should all come out, but as I've said before, I'm not changing this wing at this stage, so I might just leave it. I mean, it doesn't need to be done for an MOT, whereas this big missing hole of metal right near a suspension point does. So yeah, go inside, drill some holes, and then probably call it a night. Got my holes drilled. This top one, there's going to be limited access to from under the car, so I've drilled it a bit lower than I ordinarily would have done. That's the bit I chopped out of the car, which would be there ordinarily. So rather than having that bit original, the bit I've put in, then I would have needed another patch to go there and another one to go there. So this is, one big patch, much nicer. And that's the other reason. So although that is still solid metal, it has some real nasty pitting in it. And that could have been treated and epoxied and it probably would have been fine, but it's just a neater repair, and they won't be nagging away at me knowing that that was all still in the car. So that can go in the bin, that can go on the shelf ready for the weekend, providing it stays dry and sunny. And I'm going to pack up.